This is your weekly trip to paradise, Louisiana style, with Gary Risponi. Paradise, Louisiana is brought to you by Circle K, Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, Louisiana Fish Fry Products, Demco, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, Relief Windows, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. Here we go again, round two. Lost Cajun. I got to apologize to my buddy. He's been doing a lot the whole week. You know, you've been covering me and helping me entertain the people from Coca-Cola. And somebody saw the show, and I said, I'm going to be at the Lonesome Cajun.
The Lonesome Cajun.
You know, I am a little brain dead sometimes.
I know, but see, how can I be lonesome when I got a beautiful fiance like that sitting beside me? I'm not lonesome at all.
Yeah. Now tell me her name again.
Tammy.
Tammy.
Yep.
Tammy.
Tammy's in love.
You stay here pretty often yourself. There's
Yes,
a lot of
sir,
work.
I do.
How you keep up with that man's energy?
It's not easy.
Huh?
I mean, he has 2 full blasts and sleeping. That's it.
I know a lot of people like that. It's hard to keep up with them, but I'll say a prayer for you.
Thank you.
I call you Saint Tammy.
There you go. I appreciate
Tammy,
it.
thank you for welcoming us. And look what he got this laid out right now.
Yeah.
We got a big show right now. We're going to try to hurry up because we have an extensive fishing report and event calendar. They're coming up. We got some special guests. I wonder if I can say their name wrong. What's the name of that business?
Cito? Yeah.
Cito?
It's not Frito, sir. It's Cito.
I don't want to mess it up because I don't want to get, Christian and Colleen's messed up, but they stepping up again on another tournament we're going to talk about. So he got food all around me. You know how much I love to eat. Then got to be my second home in Slidell, Louisiana. I just tell you, stay tuned, because when we come back, we're going to talk about 2 days of eating and fishing. The great people from Coca-Cola. Now, this ain't a freebie for them. They paid this, but they paid this for their employees.
Yeah, they did.
Did you learn a lesson about team building?
I did. You know what? That group of men out there, it doesn't matter if you was an executive, an administrator, or the forklift operator, or whoever it was. Everybody got treated exactly the same. Everyone had a great time out there. And you know what? Everyone served each other. So it was a great event, and I was proud to be part of it.
I tell you what, they were proud of your groceries. You fried them like that. They didn't want to get out. They wanted to stay safe. If you get out, you're driving. They want to have an adult drink.
Right.
And they want to eat good. And you overdid it. You see what you got here? He had that, plus seafood gumbo. And he cooked it at the camp.
That's right.
At my camp. Now, mine's a camp.
It is.
Ain't no mansion, but I want to thank you one more time. Y'all stay tuned. We got a lot coming to you. From the Lost Cajun, not the Lonesome Cajun, because he's definitely not lonesome. In Slidell, Louisiana, stay tuned for more Paradise, Louisiana.
I'm Brett Favre. As a quarterback in the NFL, if I didn't stay focused, I ended up on my back or worse. Even the smallest distraction could make a good play or offensive drive come to an end. When you're in a car, the smallest distraction could end much more than a drive. It could end someone's life. Just like I refuse to lose on the field, I refuse to lose someone I love to distracted driving. And you should too. Focus on the road. Don't drive distracted. A message from Farm Bureau Insurance.
Stay tuned for more Paradise, Louisiana.
In the tradition of Louisiana's favorite seafood season, we're bringing home fresh catch seafood straight from Louisiana's Gulf Coast bayous and byways. At Little Village, Stabs Prime, Palermo, and Stabs in Central, our seafood dishes are made from the freshest ingredients. Seafood harvested straight from Louisiana waters, turned into delicious dishes to be shared with family and friends. From local people who appreciate local flavor.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. Mr. Raymond Griffin, let me thank you one more time on TV. You stepped in. You were very busy. You couldn't come Monday night. We had all the crawfish from. It was we brought them from Tony's. And I want to thank them people at Tony's. Every time I went somewhere, and they said, "What you doing, Mr. Gary? What you want?" I said, "I'm trying to help do a employee appreciation deal for Coca-Cola."
Right.
Oak Point
Yep.
donated the bread, all that chicken salad, to put it in a boat for 2 days.
That was some good chicken salad, too.
I know, and look, and then, I went to Bazron's. I was taping the show, and I was leaving. Bazron made a tray.
Yep.
To let them come up, eat. They didn't go eat boiled crawfish. You even made some second day. You was picking on the tray.
I did.
While you was cooking. But let me tell you what. The second night was unbelievable. Okay. Let me say one other thing. You know, everywhere I went, the Coca-Cola delivery guy was there that day, that Monday.
Yeah.
They're Coca-Cola people, and then they said, "I hear you going with all our employees." I said, "I'm going with your bosses." They said, "No, but you got some truck, you got everybody going."
Yeah.
So it started figuring, because Coca-Cola, every time I go to a function, CCA banquet, especially for charities,
Right.
I think that comes from Child Advocacy Banquet, inner city kids baseball with Coach Cater, they bid on a trip, and they don't have time to take them.
Right.
So they asked me, said they paid for one if I could put one together. Miss Angie and them stepped in. Miss
Right.
Angie and David.
Right.
They said, "Look, we want to help you. We'll give you everything wholesale." The 3 captains did it for fuel and bait.
And those some good
Man,
boys, too.
Right now, this man also did it for fuel and bait the second day, but he brought all that food and cooked all that food and then asked for a dime. He can't have no Italian in it. I don't bear messing. But look, let me say again. It was so much fun to watch these guys team build.
Yep.
Miss Angie and David do this all the time. Let me mention the captain, Clint Neormas. He usually gives a report every week out of Island Marina. L.J. Cazzo, who was on the show last week. Kirk Jacobs and them did a show.
Right.
Out of Hopedale. David Alfonso is a young guy. He does a lot. He puts on that Coast Guard tournament, with
Right.
Coast Guard. Him and his pregnant fiance, she is beautiful, and she works for the Wildlife and Fisheries right now. They're about to have their first baby. Some of the best little guys around.
Yep.
You even made a comment when we were sort of following LJ. You watched him. I mentioned at the time, this man here had Griffin's Fishing Lodge in Lafitte, Louisiana. He's saying he's growing his restaurant business. He got 25. This is a long opening. I'm going to tell you why. This is a whole story. This is almost a whole show. He got 25 restaurants around the country, or going to have, right?
Got
Working.
25 right now. I'm open 10 more this summer.
10 more.
Yes, sir.
You told me in the boat, you said, I'm probably going, when I get all that done, I'm probably going to move a few in Louisiana. Now, you got a lot of competition in Louisiana, but around the world, you don't, huh?
No, I don't.
There'll be no seafood restaurant.
No, sir.
To be a smart, he's a fishing guy and he proved it. I mean, he just says, just tell me where they're at, I'll figure it out. You figured it out. The fish were small. You said LJ, you watched LJ jump.
He was taking care of those customers. What he wasn't doing, sitting there and making time. He'd try a spot for 5 minutes, and you can't wish them fish there, you can't hope they're there. He would jump. He kept bouncing until he finally hit a little of them. Then he would stay in that area. So he was doing what a professional guide does. A good Louisiana professional guide, they're going to take care of those guests. So they're going to look and hunt and peck, and I call it sticking and moving. And then once I got a feel what they was doing, we went to the other side of where they was fishing, and we started doing our own sticking and moving. Caught some fish over there.
All right, we talk. We're trying to help Chris and the men put all this together. Let's go day one. Day one. Coca-Cola Appreciation Day, whatever you want to call it. I'm just amazed to watch these people take care of their workers, their employees. State team, almost good as them. We'll be right back. We ready. LJ Kazoo.
Yes, sir.
Captain, you just come into my life about the last month or so. I'll tell you what, you've been a joy to be around.
I appreciate it.
I'm so glad Kirk introduced us, and
That's right.
he had a show on Paradise, Louisiana
Yes, sir.
last week. Let me tell you, you jump right in. Anytime we want to do something with the fish, anytime we're going to do, I told you we'll try to entertain Coca-Cola. We had an appreciation day. You've been there for 2 days. 2 tough days, but you always produce fish.
Yes, sir.
What's the secret?
So we move around, you know, and we look for clean moving water with bait. Although it took us to the second day to find that, you know, and we wound up out by Proctor's Point. We're in the general area of from Lake Catherine, Island Marina, went through Lake Catherine, out Wrigley's, Lake Bourne. We found, you know, the water's pretty dirty everywhere, but over by Proctor's Point, you see it's like a green tent, you know. It was the prettiest water we seen around in the area. I've been to Biloxi Marsh a couple of days ago, and the water was clean by Proctor's Point. We found some decent fish over there, and we just kept moving. We would spend 15 minutes, no more than 15, 20 minutes on one spot, and we caught a lot of rat reds today and yesterday, which kept everybody interested and kept things going, you know. And but every now and then we caught a keeper fish, and we caught some nice keeper fish. So everybody had a good time from what I could tell.
I know they did. I know I did. But let me tell you what, you know, I've been watching the way you were doing. I had a former captain.
Yes, sir.
He's chef and the restaurant owner right now, Mr. Raymond Griffin, and he did fishing excursions at Griffin's fishing lodge, and he watched you this morning, and he was watching you jump and move and watching you fish, and he told me, that's a captain.
Yes, sir.
That's a captain, and he can
Yes,
work
sir.
for me anytime. But let me ask you right now. Here we are, almost at the end of April, and we had a lot of river water. The next 2 weeks, somebody want to come down and fish, family people. What's the best chance? And look, and before I get too far ahead, show them your rig right here.
Okay.
This is what the secret was today, right?
So what we fishing with here, and it's a sort of lightweight rig as far as the pole goes. It has good action, and you can feel with it good and everything. It's a durable rod. And then I have the Penn Battle 2 3000. I'm running a 30-pound braid and a 40-pound monofilament with a 4-horse cork and these little laser sharp Gamakatsu hooks right here. These little hooks are very
shrimp,
small.
or dead
Yes,
shrimp?
sir. We were using live shrimp and dead sometimes. And that little hook is laser sharp. And this little split shot right here keeps that bait down in the water. Okay, keeps that shrimp down in the water so he don't float up by the surface here. So that keeps him down in the water under
That's
the
why
cork.
some people even use a little jig.
You can put a little jig on there, and that works too.
What we got coming up the next 2 weeks? Where would you tell somebody to go fishing
Well,
and what to look for?
Well, I can tell you, this time of year you have a lot of southeast winds, you know, east and southeast winds, which is good. It's blowing. This water's starting to turn a little bit green now. And so that southeast wind's going to blow in good, clean, salty water and bait.
The locks are closed right now, though, at Bonacary.
The Bonacary locks are all closed up, and so it's only going to get better over the next 2 weeks. I would say, yeah, come out and have a good time. Come out, enjoy the boat ride, you know. Spend 15 minutes on a point, a cove, any cuts, anything like that, and spend 15 minutes and give them a good solid 15 minutes. Work both sides of the point, work both sides of the cut, all through the cove. Hit all your spots, and then move. Don't get complacent. Don't get comfortable, and don't stay anywhere too long.
Somebody want to do the smart thing and get a guide. Tell them how they can reach you.
Yes, sir. So I'm at 504-258-3499.
Everybody goes social media now? How they get in touch with
Yes,
you?
sir. So the name of my business is New Orleans Fishing Charters, and I'm on Facebook and Instagram. If you Google me, I don't come up too. Everybody puts New Orleans Fishing Charters in front of their name of their business. So Facebook's the best way to reach me, and that's how I'm getting most of my customers.
Thank you again.
Yes, sir. It's been a pleasure.
Coca-Cola thanks you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
There was a great
thank you for
group
that
of
donation.
guys. They were a lot of fun. The Coca-Cola gentlemen were a lot of fun, and we fished hard, and I hit a little wage on everything.
You got a couple events coming up right now that you really big in. One of them's the Italian American Rodeo.
That's correct.
Tell us when that is and where they can come fish yet.
Okay, so that's going to be out of the Hopedale Marina, and it's going to be May 17th and 18th, and all the proceeds go to Children's Hospital, every penny. So it's a great event, you know, and it's a lot of fun. So I'm going to be out there frying fish and doing what I can to help out, and we're going to fish.
I bet you're going to have a few of them half Italians. Anybody out there, they're going to be there. They're going to be Italian, and they're going to be singing to you, huh?
Oh, yeah, I bet you there'll be some singing going on. A couple of people having a few beers, you know, stuff like that, but it'll be a good family.
They got Italian food, too. I've been there on Friday nights, Saturdays, too. Hey, guys, if you're looking for a place to go, you want to help a good cause, we got so many good things coming up in the next month or so.
Yeah.
Good organizations. Have fun fishing and be safe. And thank God for Louisiana. Welcome back to Island Marina. And I call this the Coke Employees Appreciation Day. And let me tell you from the bottom of my heart, Paradise, Louisiana, the oldest and longest sponsors, and Coca-Cola, Baton Rouge Coca-Cola, now the whole state of Coca-Cola. Y'all have been tremendous for us. Wish to Fish, been going on 12 years right now. Y'all step in. So many organizations that I work with and help, from Wounded Warriors to, you name them, you know, Trinity Outdoors. Everyone I belong in, Coca-Cola has always stepped up. Dream Day out in Clinton.
Yep.
Dream Day is for St. Jude. Y'all there, y'all thank it. Toby Gibbs, I can't thank you enough. And then I was so tickled that y'all asked me, y'all wanted to do something for your employees.
Yeah.
Y'all bought 2 trips, or y'all bid on 2 trips. One was with Coach Cater and the work he does with the kids in baseball. The other one, you know, child advocacy. Every time I turn around, whether it's Ducks Unlimited, Delta Waterfowl, CCA, Coca-Cola's there.
Yeah, you know, our company, we're blessed for them to allow us to partner and to support all these charities in the state of Louisiana. And you're a big part of that, and allowing us to work through you to partner with a lot of these, you know, CCA, CCLA, all those ones that are, you know, tied with wildlife and stuff like that. But we've been trying to plan this trip for years now, and we finally got a chance to break away the guys from work, and they really enjoyed the last 2 days. So,
you know, you talk about team building right now, companies, all that successful companies. You know, that's the secret. Y'all start from down at the bottom, and all those guys will say, man, we're ready to go. We don't care. We catch fish, you know.
right.
Y'all had me get everybody the food, everything was doing, and man, everywhere I went to get somebody to buy food and different, and they donated. Mm-hmm. Most of the stores I went to in places like Louisiana Fish Fry.
Yeah.
And I told you I was in Oak Point. I got that chicken salad and all that stuff. The man that fished with us and cooked for y'all last night, he got 25 stores around the whole country, restaurants.
Yes.
And he says, they got a contract. It's all Coca-Cola.
Yep. He switched to Coca-Cola, and he's got 25 restaurants across the U.S., and he said he would never switch back. He said he enjoys Coke, and we appreciate his partnership. So it was nice meeting him, by the way.
That's right. No matter what we talk, we call it networking.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and it was funny in Oak Point. The salesman were in there making delivery.
Yep.
And I told him where I was going. He said, oh, yeah, my turn's coming. We hope they're coming. He said, you tell Toby and John Chiller that I'm ready there.
Well, Jonathan at Oak Point's a real good partner of ours as well. So, thank you to Jonathan and Oak Point.
Oh, they jumped in there and donated. I didn't have to pay for it. Yeah. I want to donate too. I want to give back. But look, John Chiller, I've been with. He was with Budweiser years ago, and I've always dealt with them. So all these sponsors are so important, especially with these organizations. I know y'all didn't want to be on TV. I want to thank y'all for letting me do this and thinking about Paradise, Louisiana. If you see this on TV, people say, "Oh, they're getting freebies." No, y'all paid for this, and that trip, like I said, took us over a year to get to it.
It's
but
been
we
a
got
while,
to.
but you pulled it off.
We're gonna do it again.
Yes, we'll do it again.
Y'all all over.
The guys won't let me. They're gonna want me to do it again, so they're gonna pressure me.
We got to get some different guys, though.
Yeah, we got to get some guys that catch a few more fish, huh? What do you
tell
think?
you what, they caught some fish today. You did too.
They
tell
did.
Me you were smoking them.
Yeah, just couldn't keep them.
Yeah.
A little bit small, but no, we had a blast.
Okay.
We had a blast.
Thank you again,
Yep.
Toby.
Thank you, Gary.
Coca-Cola.
Yep.
Don't
Thank
forget.
Paradise, Louisiana.
Oh yeah. Poway, the Sonic Water.
All of it.
You
Yep.
name it all.
We got something for everybody. You
Yeah,
know that.
but
So
look, where I got look. Yeah. They almost forgot me.
you drinking the last one? I think we got on the trip.
I
So
tell you what, there it is.
that's it.
There it is. Thank you again.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Tell me when.
Rolling. Go.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana, and Big D, Derek Douglas. Big D.
Yes, sir.
I know why they call you Big D.
Oh, yeah.
Now, you got a special event coming up we're going to talk about in a minute, but how was your day, the last 2 days fishing?
Oh, it was awesome, man. Caught a lot of gnats. We caught a lot of reds. Caught my buddy, they caught a few flounders. We lost one. It was a great day with my co-workers and close friends. It was a great day.
You know, you fish a kayak. You're a big man. Did Hobie make you a special kayak? It could put somebody that's almost 300 pounds?
Well, they didn't make it especially for me, but I do. I have it's called a Pro Angler 14 by Hobie. Capacity is probably about 600 pounds. It does me good. I'm 6'6" and a half, 280 pounds, and it's not a problem.
How long you been fishing a kayak, and what's the club you fish with mostly?
I've been kayak fishing a little over 7 years now, and I fish with this club out of Baton Rouge, Bayou Coastal Kayak Fishing Club. I've been with them, been in the club maybe 4 or 5 years now.
5 years. You was telling me, coming up in a few weeks, they got a big tournament come Father's Day. Tell me about that tournament and who it benefits.
All right, yeah. Me and a buddy of mine, Clayton Schilling, will putting on a tournament down in Grand Isle. It's called the King of the Isles. It's a team event, Cajun Slam, heaviest stringer wins. And we want, just do something right before Father's Day. Before we get over the grill. The women always like for us to barbecue doing on Father's Day on Sunday. So we do a little something for the men. Come down to Grand Isle, sign up on my Facebook page, Derek Douglas, or Clayton Schilling's Facebook page. It's a team event, so find you a good partner so you can get into the money.
How much is the entrance fee?
Entrance fee is $50 per person, so $100 a team. Yep.
And the payback, and who's the benefit?
Well, we're really not trying to make any money. We're just trying to start something just in between tournaments, because that's a big break in the kayaking world where there's not many fishing tournaments. So we're just trying to put on something just to bring all the kayak fishermen together just one more time before the fall fishing season starts for tournaments.
Anytime you can do anything for kids, I appreciate you. Coca-Cola, one of the big sponsors. You one of the big men. I don't know if big shot, but you're a big man. I know they like to stay on you all week. 2 days I watch them pick on you.
Oh yeah, it's all in fun. Toby, Bud Wall, those guys. I've been with the company 15 years, and we're just a big family. Monday through Friday, and sometimes on Saturdays and Sundays we get together and have a good time.
You sure do. I thank you. I enjoyed meeting you. We're gonna keep in touch. We ain't gonna have no room for both of us in a kayak, but I got
I saw your
I wanna
kayak. I know you want to get out there.
I need to get out there. I got to learn to do it.
Definitely.
It's too much like a P-road when I first saw it. Me and the P-road didn't get along good. God bless you. Thank you very much.
The best part about being a member of a Touchstone Energy cooperative is that it's your Touchstone Energy cooperative. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy cooperative.
For the thirsty, for those who hang out in packs, for heroes, for sidekicks, for those who see the glass half empty, for those who see it half full, for those on the right, for those on the left, for those with nicknames, for those with curves, for people that cycle, for people that recycle, for BFFs, for frenemies, for those with style, for lovers, for families, for big families, for everyone.
Welcome back, Lost Cajun. This pretty lady on the side of me. I'm going to say her name because it's Colleen Orfanello.
Good job.
See,
That's
this
it.
is Italian.
Very
but
Italian.
She taught me how to say it 3 times. She told me how to break it up in syllables. And not only is she pretty, she's very talented. You and Chris have been stepping up a lot with Wish to Fish. And not only them, but everything. Y'all business is growing, and y'all support a lot of organizations that are, especially CCA and the things that I'm doing. Everywhere I go, I see your signs. I'm still waiting on him to do a little. This news segment could be called CETO, News and Events. Wouldn't that sound good?
I like the sound of that.
And now with your logo on it and everything.
I like it.
You know, I'm making a special deal. Not to him, but to you. So,
because I'm the
Marcel
boss.
pitched that. I hate to embarrass you, put you on the spot, but I keep telling people they're coming. Look, we got a lot of events. We're going to start off with y'all event, the Wish to Fish. It's coming up in June. Tell us what it is and who it benefits.
Well, the Parish Cup Redfish Championship presented by CETO New Orleans is going to take place on June 8th at Hopedale Marina. And to kickstart the festivities, we're going to have a Lost Cajun Captains meeting on the 7th. It's going to be a lot of fun. During the captain's meeting, we're going to unveil the Perpetual Cup, which is a gorgeous trophy that the first place team is going to have their names engraved on. That trophy is going to be kept perpetually over at Hopedale Marina.
Yeah, that's great, dear, because, you know, Redfish Circus come on, Louisiana Park, Wildlife and Fisheries had one, and then, you know, and then CETO, see, he got me messed up. The vodka, you know, people, they did it, they worked hard and it was good and popular. So y'all really, not only you benefiting Wish to Fish, you know, but y'all picking up and having another venue. These Redfishmen now is big.
Yeah.
My grandson and them had a little private tournament for the boys from Calicut and their dads. They called it the Father Son, 2nd annual. They called redfish, and they fished out of Hopedale. So there's a lot of redfish right now in the Hopedale area.
Absolutely.
Trout are coming back, but it's strictly redfish. What's some of the rules?
A 2-slot redfish, so it's 27 inches and under. And CETO New Orleans is putting on a really great tournament, basically. It will benefit Wish to Fish, but it's also going to be fun, it's affordable, and anybody can register. Registration's open at theparishcup.com.
How much is registration? About
$350 for the team. And it's highly affordable, and there are some great prizes. Your name's engraved on the Perpetual Cup, a $10,000 prize for first place. Winners get replica parish cups. We also have trophies for 2nd and 3rd place. We have tons of prizes for the kids, and we also have some plaques and some other cash prizes and great raffle prizes.
Yeah. If they get lucky, well, no, Danica going to be there and all her crew. We're doing the weigh-in and everybody.
They're amazing.
Well, I ain't fishing, but I'm going to tell you what. If you get lucky, I might be there.
Come on down.
All you got to do, you talk about that food going to be there Friday night? You
Oh,
got a place
man.
for me to stay?
Captain Raymond's going to
Yeah,
serve up
Hopedale
some
ain't
good
but 35
gumbo
minutes.
and catfish and French
Hopedale ain't but
fries.
35 minutes from my camp. So
You come on down and laissez les bon temps rouler.
Now, help me right now. We're going to go through this right now. I got to do some congratulations. Since this is, we're going to put a combination event calendar and news. I want to congratulate the boys. I know y'all had events this week and this coming week. My heart is with the young ladies, especially young ladies in the outdoors. And we got some ladies that I know and my family and everywhere else, they do both. They're outdoor and they're athletes. Softball, basketball, tennis, whatever. My good friend, Tommy Vidrine, one of the best trout catchers. I said catcher, see how I get? He making fun of me a while ago. So you get talking about me get tongue tied here. One of the best trout catchers down on the coast. His daughter had been coming up, and she's been winning rodeos and too. Her daughter, Emily Vidrine, and her partner, Catherine Enzinger, I did that on purpose. Look, Catherine Ensminger, 2 years in a row, they are state champions from St. Michael's in doubles tennis. Congratulate, not only that, you've seen her, Emily, on the show, catching big trout with her dad and redfish.
Love it.
She's tremendous. Even better yet, Catherine, this is her 4th year since she was a freshman. She's been on a winning 4-time state champion. Congratulations, y'all girls. All the state champions in softball, Santa Maria Brewley, and all the ones that I know, go look at your paper. All y'all girls in softball in that tournament winning, God bless y'all. My girls played softball. They were state champions. Proud of my girls, and I'm sure everybody's proud of y'all. Not only that, we had gymnastics in spring, and they still got more coming up. Congratulations to y'all. That's top of the news right now. CCA Louisiana, they got their conservation partners to build a Ted Ballou senior reef in South Morris Island. There's another project. Rodeo, fishing report. Another one good to my heart. I missed the last year or so, but let me tell you, Italian American Rodeo is May 17th and 18th.
So much fun.
Captain's
So much fun.
meeting, a lot of food. Hopedale Marina over there, seeing them people. Tell me about them new owners of Hopedale. They're such a sweetheart.
It's my second home.
I get there for y'all some of them tournaments, and they got cars lined up almost to the bridge. But before you know it, they're gone. The owner and his son, they're all out there. They parking cars. Live bait. Great marina, great folks.
Yes.
What's his name?
Pat Turner.
Turner, there you go. Get it straight. Another thing right here. CK Fishing. I say that kayak club. Derek Douglas, Big Doug, he's a Coca-Cola, he was talking about it. King of the Island, it's coming up, that's a long time. Just want to give y'all a heads up. June 15th. Just put that on your calendar. Go to their website. Lafayette Kayak Fishing Club, Oak Point Classic coming up May the 11th, right around the corner in another week in Pointe-aux-Chenes. Go to their website, see what it is, and get interested. It's open to the public. Like I tell you right now, a lot of these tournaments that are coming up, and I'm gonna miss some. I got some other events. I wrote them down. I don't know where I did, but Wendell Williams, by the way, you're gonna see his picture. He was practicing. He sent me a smallmouth bass he caught. He was on the show last week. He was practice fishing. Well, he come in 8th at the Quad State Fishing Tournament in Arkansas. He's right out of the money, but he got a lot of money. He got a fence company, they did it. But our good friend, Louisiana native, Vernon Silver come in 5th, keeping Louisiana in the know everywhere we go. He's also Wendell Williams and reminded us that the Cancer Service Good Times Bass Tournament has been moved from the Bell River because of the high water. It'll be at Bayside Marina right there in Pierre Port. So we want y'all to know that. Now, they got June 8th, the 7th annual Open Fishing Rodeo in Morgan City. Morgan City have their rodeo, their golf tournament, fundraising. They're going to have redfish, catfish, bass. They're going to have a derby and a speckled trout. So start putting down. It's way away. It's a month away, but keep reminding them. And I want to remind everybody to send me something 3 weeks in advance. Every Sunday, email me again to remind them, because I script this and I write it down, and sometimes I'm a little slow.
Well, Mr. Gary, I want to remind you that on June 8th, it's National Marina Day. So when you're out fishing, tell those owners at the marina and the helpers
that's
thanks
our
so
tournament
much.
too.
It is our tournament.
So that's it. So you red fishermen, they
Plenty
got
to
stuff
do.
in Morgan City. You're gonna go with Brad.
St. Mary
I knew
Parish,
there was
St.
a lot
Bernard
of
Parish.
tournaments. A lot of tournaments and stuff coming up. But if you want to be on that event calendar, soon to be CETO. Before we got here, check your calendar and your websites for all the rodeos, not only coming up, but the banquets. CCA got banquets coming up all over. Delta Waterfowl, Ducks Unlimited, usually probably in the hunt season, but look at all your conservation groups and support them. So thank you. We'll be right back with Abu Garcia Fishing Report in a minute.
Hi, I'm John Jackson, and you know we always say we gather our groceries out the bayou. Whether it's freshwater, saltwater, catfish, redfish, you have tons of choices when it comes to fish in Louisiana. But when I fry fish, there's only one choice, and that's Louisiana fish fry. My new favorite, the Cajun fish fry, has the perfect amount of cornmeal, corn flour, and the perfect mix of spices that really bring the heat. Hey, if you're craving Cajun, go look for the bright red bag at your local grocers. Bring home the taste of Louisiana with Louisiana Fish Fry.
Benny's Unlimited Wash Club memberships start at $14.99 a month. Wash, rinse, and repeat every day. Join Benny's Unlimited Wash Club at one of Benny's 7 locations.
In the tradition of Louisiana's favorite seafood season, we're bringing home fresh catch seafood straight from Louisiana's Gulf Coast bayous and byways. At Little Village, Stabs Prime, Palermo, and Stabs in Central, our seafood dishes are made from the freshest ingredients. Seafood harvested straight from Louisiana waters, turned into delicious dishes to be shared with family and friends. From local people who appreciate local flavor.
I went out to Camp Bayou off Mr. Go. Found some clean water, sun was out, winds were down. You just gotta get out there. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana.
Hey, baby, I wanna know if you'll be my girl. When I see you walking down the street, that's the girl I wanna meet. Lord, she pretty, Lord, she fine. I'm gonna make her mine, all mine. Hey, hey, baby, I wanna know if you'll be my girl.
crazy because the wind was down, sun was out, water was crystal clear in that area. And I tell you what, the redfish were stacked hard. Check it out.
Hey, baby, I wanna know if you'll be my girl. Hey, hey, baby, I wanna know if you'll be my girl. When I see you walking down the street, that's the girl I wanna meet. Lord, she pretty, Lord, she fine. I'm gonna make her mine, all mine. Hey, hey, baby, I wanna know if you'll be my girl. Hey, hey, baby, I wanna know if you'll be my girl.
There's no better way to cool down this summer than with a delicious thirst-quenching Polar Pop Cup from Circle K. The Polar Pop Cup is the coolest way to beat the heat. Fill your Polar Pop Cup up with the flavors you crave and crushed or cubed ice. Nothing stays cold longer, so you can stay refreshed all day long. Stop in Circle K today for an ice-cold Polar Pop Cup. Polar Pop Cup, only at Circle K. Take it easy.
My neighbor Tony, he looked at me and said, "Man, you're crazy. You're about to leave out in this weather." And I said, "Sir, I have a tag fish to go catch."
I won this beautiful boat catching a tag redfish in Venice, Louisiana.
There's 100 redfish waiting. It all starts Memorial Day weekend. Sign up today.
Benny's Unlimited Wash Club memberships start at $14.99 a month. Wash, rinse, and repeat every day. Join Benny's Unlimited Wash Club at one of Benny's 7 locations.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. These are the girls. Y'all got any makeup? I got some brown spots. You got any makeup? I sure do. All right, well, you bring it to me later. It's too late now. Look, I'm here at Lost Cajun, and I don't know if I can talk after that meal. And he wouldn't let me wait till I got through, and it's gonna get cold. Well, I eat cold fish, especially when they come from some place like this, know how to cook them. Fish, shrimp, tater salad, beignets, boudin balls, hut puppies, look, crab cakes. You know, if you want something good to eat, and you also know Stab's restaurants in Baton Rouge, all the Wayne Stab's restaurants, all their chefs, you know, people think I don't fish, all I do is eat. But I got a great fishing report for you. I'm gonna try to make it as quick as I can. And so we can show y'all some video of people extra. I'm gonna start off with freshwater. I'm gonna remind y'all again of the high water, you gotta be careful. In fact, when I get to the end of this, I'm gonna read a fishing report coming from my buddies up there around Alexandria and everything in Larto, but they fighting high water. Everywhere we go, they're fighting high water. They move in tournaments. Some islands are closed. So just be constant and think about or check and find out what's open and what's not open, even in your wildlife management areas. Now, freshwater right now, Pat's Bay, Lake Verret, all the areas in there, that's where you need to be right now. The water's high, watch your wake zone, make sure there's no wake zones, and just catch some fish, man. They're catching them on things they used to. The brim are starting to turn on. I got a report from John Bernard. He got it in a little bit late. It came in Tuesday, and we was already going to press. But John Bernard and James Manuel and Vic Howe, they fished out of Lake Palourde. They were fishing dead ends north of Amelia Landing where they put in. Mark Navo, used to hear a lot from him. I can't even pronounce the name. It's Bonfuga, somebody says Bonifaca, whatever, but I don't know where he was fishing, but he was fishing in the marsh this time, had a mixed bag of bass. Mark, I always want to, bass is my favorite. I want you to invite me to go catch some bass. You're catching redfish, but I'm waiting on your brim reports right now, your chinkerpin, your shell crackers, your lake runners. I'm waiting on it, Mark. Go and send me a good report. Let me read this. I'm gonna get my phone, and I gotta read this, coming from my buddy Brendan Dubrock and his son Hammond. Hold on 1 second. He's been working at Holloway's Outdoors, so he's been getting reports coming from all those areas. Hunter says before they close the store at Holloway Outdoors, they are really selling a lot of shiners. Now, they're catching fish right now in Lotto. They're spider rigging, they're fishing around, the spider rigs. They're also using sliding cork in Lotto, and they're catching. The water's way over flood stage right now. There's some of the landings you can put in at, you have to check. Other ones are closed. The wildlife management area is closed. The Dewey Wells, and a lot of those places are closed, but there are places that put in, they are killing the sac-a-lait. Look at some of these pictures coming from Brendan Dubrock. Now, Hunter's telling me that people are coming in there buying them shiners, but doing real well catching limits at Little River near Gina, the old river off of Highway 84 between Gina and Jonesville and Black River. Now, during the day, they're spider jigging and Little River is produced, okay? Diversion Canal is high, so very careful, but the boarfish are running. The neon jigs and shiners. People are catching some sac-a-lait at the Diversion Canal, but mostly boarfish. Now, bass flipping, watermelon, red, beaver tail. Hunter is saying as you go to the freshwater fishing now, he is a sporting goods store. He gets report on what bait. And thank you, Hunter. Keep sending the pictures and report. We need reports more from the north part of the state and the central part of the state. Now, his daddy got one of the better ones around right now. This is an extensive report right now. That's why I'm reading it. It said water, and more flood waters continuing in central Louisiana. All the Dewey Wells management roads are closed. They are still underwater with the water level sitting at 48.45 feet. Normal pool stage is 37.5. We are 11 feet still above pool stage. Sac-a-lait bite is on. You just have to launch at Lotto Lake or at any of the marinas. Lotto Landing is a great place to launch and get bait. People are catching and limited out. Spider rigging is the way to go. Some are catching under a slip cork. You have to figure out the day and what they want. The catfish are everywhere, and that's all up in the state right now. Pearl River, everywhere you go, the backwater that are up against the levees, people catching off the levees, people catching in bar pits. They're catching catfish everywhere right now. Either trot rod, limb lines. They also catching them on the yo-yos, catching them on live bait, catching them in False River, they're catching them in traps. Make sure you got your license. They catch them. They're using live bait, they're using shad, they're using weenies, almost anything you can put. Night crawlers in Lake Verret. So just be sure right now, if you want to go catch some catfish and fill your freezer, now's the time to go. Or have those fish fries every weekend. Toledo Bend right now, sac-a-lait, tremendous. They got some other stuff coming up at Toledo Bend. I'm gonna mention it one more time before we go out. far as fishing report right now, let's go to Shoreline Division. I told them it was going to be long, and I didn't want to leave out nobody. Start off, when I'm going to go out, I got a video of Tommy Vadrine. He's been releasing 6 and 7 pound trout at Grand Isle. He's been fishing mostly behind the island. He sent a video. He sent us one last week with his 2 daughters, Emily and the other daughter. They were catching some good-sized speckled trout and redfish. That's on the rocks behind, live bait, pogies, live shrimp. That's the way it go. I got a report. He was supposed to send me some pictures. Chris Moran. Now, in Moran Marina, they catching tuna, baby. And the inshore fishermen are running. I'm getting so many reports from the Timberlear area right now. Big trout, live shrimp, plastics, the old cockerel minnows they're using, electric chicken out here. The boys, sparkle beetles catching fish everywhere. So Jody Dunbar, he's still in Motor Grove. He also fishes out of Delta Marina down in Hopedale, by the way, down to new ownership. You want to go over there and check them out. Captain Alan Morrow from Venice, you talking about getting a great report. My good friend that does all my logo work at Pierre Cordon, Wade Bourgeois, his son and grandson and their friend, they were fishing with Alan Morrow. Used to fish with Alan a lot, one of the best captains down in Venice. Here's Joseph Bourgeois and Ethan Emont. Live shrimp under cork. Same thing with Jody. And Jody Dunbar and them, he sent me 2 trips that he's getting close to limits. One he's fighting the wind, the other one was perfect weather. So that's the story right now here. Going out April and coming into May. Just watch the wind, but they're still catching fish. Catch them on live shrimp. Dan Waller, 2 days, 2 trips, catching fish out this world right now. Speckled trout, people are looking for speckled trout. Redfish is a constant everywhere, but speckled trout right now, Venice, Myrtle Grove, all in the bays. So think about that. I got one as a combination, Slade and Kel Abear out of Dines Landing. You know, they got redfish and stuff in there, but they've been catching some sac-a-lait in there. And they also been going to Shepherd's Pond, that private lake. You can buy a membership, but they're catching some unbelievable sized brim. I said it before, here's a picture of Blake and his friends and their dad. They were at my camp, but they fished out of Hopedale. Beautiful. The Venable boys and their dad, Austin Griggs, and his dad, Paul. The feet, hide on them, try to move in, but you got to find them. They found them in Barataria Bay on a windy day. They fought the wind. They were catching them on sparkle beetles. Now, I know Captain Greg DeGrease and Mark Barker, they fish in that sparkle beetle. He likes that little chartreuse with the glitter in them. So they didn't tell me which one, but I'll bet that's it. They fish in a strong incoming tide, Barataria Bay. Fouchon, Rudy Valenciano, and his son Eric, my good Cuban friend over there, he's retired and enjoying it in his island marina. It's another one that's going there. Rudy's fishing out of Fouchon, let's see here. Island Marina, David and them are giving this report right now, the Biloxi Marsh. Now all their captains are catching fish. You see it on the trip we made. Derek Morvant, Justin Bowes, and them people. Brian Hutchinson also sent me a report, a couple of trips they made over there. They fish in the Fouchon Barataria area and Leeville area. So I'm going to miss something. I got to read one more thing. Toledo Bend, one of my favorite people, they got something coming up. I want to report on a big event coming up. The City Outdoor Big Bass Splash on Toledo Bend is coming up. So it'll be May 17th through the 19th. So check their calendar. Check the Toledo Bend Lake Country website or the Sabine website. And another thing from Toledo Bend, this is the 36th Annual River City Fest, May 16th through the 18th. In Logansport, Louisiana, he says the 36th annual, I'm going to repeat myself one more time, River City Fest. It will be held at Logansport Riverfront Park in downtown. This is a big deal. It's a festival. When they say a festival, exactly what they call it. Summertime in the Sabine. Well, officially kick off at the Riverville Park. So go to the website, go to Lake Country website. It's coming up quick. Don't forget, that's Toledo Bend area. If you're down there, not only you catch fish, you can have fun. So I'm gonna go out. We got a couple of videos. I'm gonna load all this food up, and then I'm gonna visit my buddy Ken and Shannon Lambert. Keep them in your prayers. Love you. Love Louisiana. Love coming to Slidell. Love to go to the restaurants in Baton Rouge. Anytime you see Wayne Stabler's name on something, you know if food is good. We're watching Paradise, Louisiana.
All right, we just getting ready to release this 7-pounder right here. Beautiful fish. I mean, beautiful. It'd make a great mouth, but she's full of eggs, so we just weighed it and we're getting ready to release it. Man, beautiful fish. Look how wide.
Come on, get us some water.
Oh, it's healthy. It's happy. Look at that, guys. That's a Star Rodeo winner right there. Take off, baby. Come on. All right. Star Rodeo winner right here. We just catch that one in about 2 months.
Paradise, Louisiana is brought to you by Circle K, Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, Louisiana Fish Fry Products, Demco, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, Relief Windows, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.